Hey everybody, for today's fretboard method we have a couple tips and tricks, non-guitar playing tips and tricks that will essentially help you get better at playing guitar. Let's get into it. Check out this dull pick. So this is mainly what I use for my guitar picks. These Dunlop 0.73 millimeters. They're amazing, but they get pretty dull. Check out that tip there. So instead of buying new picks, this is something that I do with all of my picks. So find any carpet, the shorter the better, and just do like this. Just drag it on the carpet back and forth, about 10 times. Go to the other side. And now look at it. Pointy. You can even go a little bit more. For this one I am. And the other side. And voila, brand new. Look at that. So basically the motion that I'm doing, let me tilt this camera, is I'm putting the pick down on the carpet like that, and I'm kind of rolling it like that. I'm not just going straight like that. I'm kind of doing this rolling method, whoosh, like that. And then the other side, and it turns that dull pick into a brand new shred ready guitar pick. The second little trick I have to show you guys is how to test your guitar speaker to see if they are good or bad. A lot of the times when you're touring or even just messing around with amps in your room, you might not be getting any signal. It could be tubes, it could be guitar cable. But a way to rule out if it's the actual speaker, which you will most likely know if it's a problem coming from the amp if there's no sound. But you can rule out the speaker working by either taking the speaker out. Normally you don't have to. Luckily I have a 10-inch speaker that used to be in my Princeton and a 9-volt battery. So it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Just take two of the ends on here. Take both of the positive and negative here, and check this out. So that popping, it's moving the speaker. It means the speaker is good. I'll even show you from this angle. You can watch the speaker move. Pretty cool. It's moving and there's sound. This speaker is good and shred ready. All right, tip number 3. Are you a thumb pick guy like myself? Sometimes. So I use thumb picks when I'm doing a lot of acoustic stuff and like finger style. The problem with me with thumb picks is they can be a little tight, and you can tell that your thumb pick is too tight basically if it's making your thumb blue. So you don't want that to happen. And if it's kind of a plasticky thumb pick, you can do this trick. Do not do this if it is a metal thumb pick. Please do not do this. Only if it is a Tortex or plastic thumb pick. So let's say that this is too tight. Watch this. Again, be very, very careful with this. Do not do this if it's metal. Only if it's plastic. I can't stress that enough, because watch. I'm in my beautiful kitchen, gonna throw it in the microwave for 10 seconds. About 10 seconds will do. Pull it out. Just double check it's not too hot. Now put it on your thumb and it'll form to the exact size of your thumb. Leave it on there for about 2 minutes. Again, make sure it's not too hot. I think 10 to 15 seconds is pretty much perfect. And then your thumb pick is gonna form to the exact size of your thumb and not cut off your circulation. I love that one. For tip number 4, it's all about tuning and how we are using the actual tuners. So I never really started doing this until a couple years ago when one of my guitar tech friends showed me how to do it. And it's worth noting in this video for sure. So before, I'm just gonna make this string a little flat. When I would tune up, I would just tune up to the note just like that without doing anything, and it's fine. but I was realizing that I was still kind of going out of tune on the string that I just tuned. So check this out. Now, instead of just tuning up to it, or if it's sharp, tuning down to it, try this. Try tuning down a lot and then tuning up to the note precisely. So what that's going to do is that's going to get rid of all the extra tension in the string by dropping the pitch down, and then when you're tuning exactly up to the note that you want to get it to, it's going to keep it in tune better because it'll be building new tension towards the actual tuning. Kind of weird to explain, but it works, I promise. Again, let's say that this string, I'll just make it a little flat. So that's like kind of a G, it's kind of flat. So instead of doing this, we're gonna bring it flat again. I'm gonna play the open G, I'm gonna go down even lower, and I'm gonna watch my headstock tuner and stop once it gets to the G. Perfect. All right, and for the last tip, which is tip number 5, let's say that you guys are doing some home recordings with a SM57 or a condenser. The mic really doesn't matter, but what you need to know is all mics have this problem. So the closer that a microphone is to a guitar cab, the more bass it's gonna have. So that's great for like rhythm guitars. But let's say that I'm tracking a solo, but I don't want all that like flabbiness and muddiness that may come from all the bass proximity effect. So it's really, really simple. Let's say that I want it to cut through the mix better. Guess what? Move the mic. Don't use EQs. Just move the mic back and that proximity effect is gonna be a lot better. It's gonna emphasize more on the mid-range and the treble. It's perfect for solos. If I was to mic a solo right now with this setup, I would be putting the mic about a foot away, as you can see, just like that. If I was to be miking rhythm guitars, I would put that sucker right up on it. If I was to be doing something like really experimental with a solo, and I wanted it to be a little bit beefier, I would move that mic closer, but then I would also put a room mic, maybe about 5 or 6 feet back, looking at the amp just like that. Anyway, so there you have it. That's 5 tips that will most likely help you on a day-to-day basis regarding guitar playing. And it's all about ease and comfort and ergonomics. That's what makes guitar playing fun and easy and lets you actually focus on the important stuff. Thank you.